the way of my, let's move on. It's getting in the way of, like, me wasting time.
I know, right?
So much going on, boy. I'm sorry. I know.
You're fine. No, it's okay. I just see it's getting a little bit late, but the guy's running late anyway, so we're okay.
Is it comedy, or are you doing your podcast?
I'm doing the How Did This Get Booked podcast.
Oh gosh.
I got another good one.
You're gonna do the good one before you do the bad one. This is the.
These are both fun, George.
Okay.
These are
both
fun.
I love you both. Okay. Well, our seats are close together too. Okay. I'm not gonna say.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You're in the claps. You know what time it is, George. How was your weekend?
I had an unbelievable weekend. Thank you so much for asking, Bullet. Just so much going on here in the Carolinas, the wrestling community. It has been 5 minutes, and I hadn't made anybody mad yet, but it's still early. So,
still early.
But I just want to, of course, thank everybody, as I always do. Had a great weekend. Went up to our friend Jason Freeman, the NAWA show in Drexel, which was so good, and he's just such a great kid. And he uses a lot of our guys and our students, which I just appreciate that so much. And I got to wrestle our Ray Candy, one of our students, and I had a great time. It was just simple and easy, and he listened, and I love it. Third match. I love getting disrespected when they put me on early instead of the main event, as they say, but I just keep disrespecting me.
Yes.
So, anyway, got out of there. Of course, this week, Bullet, so much going on. Can you believe it already? Fall is in the air. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving is coming. And back at the Lowe's Charlotte, I think the Charlotte Motor Speedway this week, this coming Saturday morning, Bullet Jake Manning. We will be back for the one day, of course, the big race. The Bank America 500 will be that night, or Sunday morning, but we're there Saturday morning.
Why is it this always comes up when I'm actually available? Are you doing something behind my back?
Well, they booked the whole race around your schedule. Since you've done that great podcast with the owner of, all I know is I've been going there for like 25 years, and he don't even know my name. But my partner got in there, my co-host, and since you did that great podcast with the owner of the Speedway, they booked the race around when you're available.
I know it is. I'm always available.
I love that. So bacon, eggs, oh my goodness, just if nothing, we just happen to wrestle. We go there to eat the eggs and the bacon. But that will be this Saturday morning, of course, at 11 a.m., right there at Rock City Campgrounds, right there at the Speedway, and of course then the big race that night. But I'll be finishing up that afternoon, then headed back up to our friend Jason Freeman, who's running Lenore. Always a special place for me because the building that he runs is actually right beside the high school that is famous in George South folklore of the night that little George was born. His very lot of history, I'm throwing it to people. That was right down the street. Of course, I tried to get my son to be sentimental with me, and he could care less. But that night, right down the street, is when I had to be put on early, rushed to Charlotte, walked into the hospital room with boots, gig marks, tape on my wrist, and delivered my son to be born, and then held him up like the lion guy. The Lion King. Held him up like the Lion King. Okay, and then he said, "Put me down." So we've been arguing ever since. So, but anyway, that will be that night, and of course, then a couple days off. Congratulations to my Cowboys; they finally won a game.
Finally, they've been doing good. They've been doing pretty good.
They've been doing good, but in my miserable world, Romo's getting better. And I hate to say this because I love Romo, but Romo's getting better. He's going to come back and he's going to start, and then we're going to get right back in that rut. That's all I'm saying. Jerry Jones has done said he did not lose his job because he's hurt. Whatever.
Jerry Jones is a loyal guy, but this Dak's Prescott.
Man, I'm telling you, run it. Listen.
And him as a person, too? Have you heard all these stories?
Yes, I have.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, do you know that, and I don't know if you heard this one, I love this. He actually has turned down all of his NFL gimmick deals because he wants to concentrate on football. Now, that's just unbelievable. He's turned down every offer just to concentrate on football. I think it's pretty cool on a personal side that, he has kept, since his mom passed away years ago. Great story. Well, thank you for saying that he has kept his mom's cell number account open, and he texts her before every game. I just think that's so neat. So It reminds me, when I see someone that good, it's my famous story that you've heard a million times about Bruno Sammartini Jr.
Yeah.
The first week in the business, yes, sir, George. No, sir, what can I do for you? Can I help with the ring? And then he left that Friday and traveled the world for about 2 weeks with the boys and came back to Charlotte. Oh, my gosh. Belly hanging out, shirt tail out, no suit, no tie. Hey, SOB, how you doing? Have fun setting that ring up, because I'm out of here.
Yeah, so, we might as well enjoy Dak Prescott now, because he'll probably be dating Rihanna by the end of the year. So,
you'll enjoy him now. And this is kind of cool, but nobody wants to talk about it, but I love it, Bullet. Everybody knows I love Tim Tebow. I think there's a place for him, but did you see last week where he got hit with a pitch? Now listen to this, Bullet. He got hit with a pitch, and he charged the mount, but he stopped. And he told the guy he forgave him. Bullet! Oh, he did. He shook the guy's hand, but nobody wants to talk about it. I know there's no place in this cruel world, especially in baseball, when you want to clear the bench. But it's like, you got to see it, Bullet. It's like both benches cleared, and they put on the brakes. And then it's almost like, what's that? Where Julie Andrews is running through the bushes. Sound of Music.
Yes.
It's almost like the Sound of Music come on, and they all hugged. I don't know. It was just, but I don't know. It was weird. It was just weird. I got to say that too. I love Tim Tebow, but he stopped. I think the guy was ready to fight, but he just said he forgave me. So now they're all friends. So I don't know, but maybe that's why nobody's talking about it. Okay, it was weird. But anyway, so much going on, Bullet. A couple things for you this week. I know you got a lot of stuff going on also.
Actually, this weekend, nothing. But next week, I put together this mini pseudo tour, I guess you could say.
I love the way that sounds.
It's a lot of like called in favors and kind of just, hey, I'll take anything, I'll take whatever, I'll do whatever. Because I thought I'd be seeing Miss Bullet on her like day off from being a guru in Ohio, but then that assignment got pushed. So now I'm leaving her early, and then I'm only going to see her for a couple hours as opposed to an entire day. But I had a lot of this booked, and I called in a lot of favors and begged a lot of people, so I can't take that back. Can't take that back. But I will be next Wednesday. I will be at Rockstar Pro in Dayton, Ohio, and I will be going to Cincinnati, Ohio, and be doing some comedy for a show called, I believe, Round One. I forget. I know it's Round One something, and there's something more to the comedy show as well. But that's in Cincinnati, Ohio, and that's on Thursday, and then on Friday I'm in Columbus, Ohio, at the Comedy Collection in Columbus, Ohio. I'll be doing a little bit of time there, and then on Saturday I'll be wrestling for AIW in Cleveland. So I got Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland.
Bullet.
So all in one big loop. And then I'm going to be...
I'm so impressed with that. Seriously.
And then I'm going to see Miss Bullet in Lima. So if you live in Ohio, chances are you're going to see this face
you'll be
speeding past through your town. So.
Well, I think that's neat. And you did that on your... I'm not making a joke here, but very, very old school. The way we used to have to get booked back in the day.
Yeah.
When there was no agents, there was no nothing. When you wanted to go to a territory, you wanted to work a show somewhere.
And I might be getting more time to perform than you did back in the day. So.
That's exactly right.
But 5 to 6 minutes of comedy is a little much larger than 5 to 6 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm telling you, that's very NWA World Champions just going to Japan, but they stopped it. They put a call into Mavish right there in Hawaii and asked if they can pick up a couple shows either on the way there or the way back.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later I got to figure it out all over again because we're going to be driving all the way to Iowa, but I don't know quite what I'm towing with me, but I'm going to be trying to do that along the way as well.
Boy. I kind of like that. Boy, if people really, and I laugh and stuff, but if people knew the concept behind just lining all that up, Bullet, is just remarkable.
And from what I hear, they're mostly, the couple open mics that I'll be doing there too, but also a couple more book shows that I was able to just kind of get on.
Yeah, I love that.
So I was pretty happy about that. But I may also do a couple open mics, so it'll be more than just those shows I listed. Those are the ones that are advertised and being pushed out, the kind of more than just open mics.
And to our wrestling fans that may relate to this, it's more than just the power plant. Remember back in the power plant where all those guys did was just train at the power plant.
Yeah.
They never got out and got to work in front of crowds and different people, stuff like that. But you're doing the opposite of that. You're actually getting out, and I think that's great. So a lot of stuff going on for both of us. Of course, we got a quick idiot of the week. Bullet, and buddy, do I have one for this week. Bullet, you know, what is so amazing about me is, first of all, I want to say something right here. without sounding like a retired basketball player, if I'm the one you got to look up to, you in trouble. That's all I'm saying.
I'll diddle that. I'll put that in as well.
Hey,
yes,
I have never shied away from admitting that I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I mean,
as hard as I work, I should be way more famous. I should be way more over. I should have way more money. As hard as I work, as little time as I have to myself, as crazy that make me, as little friends that I have, and personal relationships, and things that make you emotionally wealthy and physically wealthy, don't listen to me whatsoever.
That's exactly right. Amen. And so this week, of course, I have seen the gully. Let me put it this way, Bullet. And I just choose, and it's a choice now. May not be for everybody, but I just choose, I just choose that my milk jug is half full. I just choose to do that, Bullet, because I've seen the other side.
You gotta choose it.
You sure do. And I do like to, on my Facebook page, just say that life ain't that bad. Well, anyway, I had a guy.
Even if you're trying to say it to yourself.
Yes, exactly.
In a public forum.
Thank you, Bullet. That is, amen. I can shut up right here. So a lot of times, folks, it ain't to encourage you. It's, I need it.
Yeah.
I need to hear. Not this goofball, but you know what I'm saying? I sometimes need to be reminded that it's going to be okay, Bullet, okay? Dang. So, anyway, a guy wrote me real ugly about it. I mean, just said, yeah, you don't understand how the other side lives. And it's funny that you said that because he did say that you're rich and famous and you don't understand. I actually looked behind me to say, who the heck's he talking about? So, anyway, first time, Patrick Swayze, I dug in my inner Patrick Swayze-ness. And so I calmed down. I said, buddy, I'm sorry that you feel that way. The guy's comment was that his dad's paralyzed and his dad can't leave the house. And so, but you're telling me life's okay. So I just real nicely told him that I would pray for him and his dad, but that I had lost my mom and dad, not to get all sad here, but when I was 6, Bullet. So I would give anything to have even my paralyzed dad. And I'm not being smart, but I would.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's one of those things that sometimes if somebody has a worse off than you, like not to put too many people's business out there, but somebody who I know very personally, and they know somebody that just found their roommate dead.
Yeah.
He OD'd. They found him in the morning, and they were dead.
Wow.
And that person now has to deal with the fact that their roommate died. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And they were the ones that found them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They have to deal with that inside. So as bad as days you think that, it could always be worse.
That's right.
And at the same time, somebody has it even worse than you, even though you do have a worse situation.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's all on what side. It is all on what side of the fence you are, but it's all how when somebody takes a poop in your yard.
Yeah.
It's all in how you deal with it.
That's exactly right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You can get mad, or you can just get like a plastic bag and deal.
Oh, yeah. So. Or you look at it like me, that it's fertilizing the ground, so it saves me a few bucks from having to go to Walmart.
Yeah, you can just leave it there and just don't have to worry about it. Like, I'm just going to walk over there.
I won't be your neighbor, boy. Yeah. But anyway, so real quick, the guys, and so I just wrote him back similar to what you just said. Just said we all face, even the Bible says it rains on the just and the unjust. We all have bad days. Yeah. And real nice, calm. Of course, he fired right back at me. Well, our buddy, and I was calm till our buddy Charlie Dreamer, who we all love, the greatest, nicest guy in the world, actually wrote in and said, dang, George, you can get heat with anybody. Well, then the guy turns around and then goes after Charlie Dreamer.
Big mistake.
Oh, my gosh. Said, this ain't none of your business. Oh, my gosh. And then...
I saw Charlie Dreamer do a retort to King of Old School, King of Promo, Steve Carino, and shut him up.
Yeah. Oh, buddy, listen. So when the guy tried to get heat on Charlie Dreamer, that ended the whole situation right there. So, so the guy, James York, who I ended up blocking him, I just had to, because what was so amazing, I even told him, I said, if you'd get off of Facebook and go spend time with your dad, maybe you'd realize that. But he has nothing, and I didn't want to get in a misery contest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that scene from Jaws where they're sitting there comparing shark bites. I don't want to do that. So anyway, after he went up to Charlie Dreamer, I shut him down. Charlie Dreamer shut him down. Of course, I ended up blocking the guy. And then, but here's my thing. Before I throw James York into the idiot bag, is he actually said, I used to look up to you. Now, I have not heard from this guy or known him. I don't know who he, you know what I'm saying, and whenever. I knew his dad. I don't know. But he said, I used to look up to you, but I don't anymore. Now, that is when I shut the Bible verses and just let into him. You're a complete idiot. But here's a funny thing, Bullet, as we got to get off here. The whole post was not about life being good. The whole post was, it gets old people being negative all the time. And can't you find something good to say? And then at the bottom, I just happened to put, life is okay. So here's how stupid this guy is as he goes in that bag, and I shut up. He posts negative stuff on a post that said that George hates negative posts.
As we zoom out.
Oh, yes.
As we zoom out and we see the forest through the trees,
yes.
we realize what's happened.
Oh, bullet. So anyway, the guy's going in there. Folks, listen to me. We all, and it's like we said a little bit earlier as we get ready to close, bullet. It's a choice. And you know, I lost 2 brothers last year. I would give anything to this day, and I repeat myself, to to have my dad in any kind of shape, bullet, to see my grandbabies, see mine. So, folks, it really ain't that bad, bullet. I'm just going to tell you. And a quick note, I want to add, there is hope for America, bullet. The guy, remember I told you 3 weeks ago, a guy came to and wanted a copy of my book.
Yep.
But he said that he was very disappointed that I don't take credit cards. So I went ahead, signed the book, gave it to him, said, mail me the money later. Guess what? Today, I completely forgot about it. The Good Samaritan mailed me that money. So there is hope for, I had completely forgot about it. I would not even remembered it anyway. Mm-hmm. But he made it good, bullet. So anyway, and if you want to know what I gave him a couple weeks to pay for, it was
the second greatest book of all time. And you don't need just hope to log on to highspots.com to pay for the second greatest book of all time, which I said is available at highspots.com. If you want to know more about me and George are doing this week, especially the racetrack show, you can follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or at ManScoutManning on Instagram. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Thank you, buddy. Good job, bullet. Thank you. Thank you for getting that in, bullet.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, Saturday, you know the deal. Saturday morning, bullet.
Yes.
Just whenever you get there, we'll eat. And,
absolutely.
I'm gonna set the ring up Thursday, so it'll be up, ready to go.